Do you want to build projects like this, or this, or this? These projects are all built using plywood. In this video, I'm going to show you how to finish those plywood edges using edge banding.
This is edge banding, and it comes from Amazon. It's about 12 cents a foot, and it comes in different veneers. So this is a maple veneer, which is good for painting, but you can get birch, oak, all different species. And then you'll need a few tools for applying it. You'll need an iron, and then this is a trimmer, and then this is a flush cut trimmer. One thing that's been very helpful is building this jig, which is just a scrap piece of plywood, and then we've got two other scrap pieces of plywood that we just pocket hold right to it. We left about a 7/8 inch gap in the middle, and this is designed to hold the piece of plywood in place. The plywood edge needs to be a straight rip cut, so because the edge banding is straight, if you have any divots or ripples in it, the edge banding is going to be a challenge to apply. So this is a nice straight cut. Make sure that it is clear of any sawdust that will prevent adhesion. I recommend cutting your edge banding first, and I would cut it about a 1/4 inch long. What I like to do is allow it to overhang about a 1/4 of an inch because it will most likely pull as you're ironing it. So I start it here and with your dominant hand. So I'm right-handed. So with my dominant hand, I'm going to work right to left. If you're left-handed, you will want to do this in the opposite. On a small piece like this, it doesn't matter. But when you're dealing with an 8-foot long edge banding and you're edge banding hundreds of feet, little things like this do matter, and it'll help you get a higher quality product. Okay, so I just go nice and slow, and you'll know, you'll get a feel for it. It'll start sticking to the plywood. You want to go nice and slow. I let this cool down for about 10 minutes. Now I'm going to start trimming those edges. Flush cutter. If you have any sharp edges that are protruding outward, that's what's going to snag. Like when someone walks by it and their clothing catches on it, that's going to snag and pull it off. So what we need to do is sand to kind of round that edge and build some heat to further the adhesions. So there it is, all done. I think that looks about as professional as you can get. You can see there's nothing that could snag, and it looks like it's always been there. So I hope that these tips and tricks will help you apply edge banding to the front of your plywood projects and encourage you to do more plywood projects in general, because that really is the way to build any case furniture.
Here's a project that I edge banded several years ago. This is actually the main toy storage solution in our home, so it gets a lot of use from children, and I just want to give you a close-up of how the edge banding is doing. So you can see there's a lot of wear and tear on this piece. It's actually time for me to give it a fresh coat of paint, but look at that edge banding. It's really held up. This technique is the key to getting edge banding that lasts.
Oh, one more thing. My son just found out that I have a YouTube channel, and he says I need to tell people to subscribe at the end of the video so I can get to the gold play button. So please subscribe.